Alright, well, this is another video. It's the same day as the four-wheeler video, the bear tracker. This is an 07 Kawasaki Mule. This one has many custom parts on it. I'm going to go around the custom parts. First, we have a winch. And if you paid a lot of attention, and if you paid a little bit of attention when I first started, you noticed these aluminum wheels. They're SS wheels, and then Swamp Light tires, and these get, these get a lot of grip. I have never gotten stuck while using these tires. And I know you're probably going, why am I doing older vehicles in my reviews and stuff? Well, it's because I'm not some big part of any big company. I can't just test all this stuff like this. I just wanted to show you what I have. And pretty much, yeah, I just wanted to show you what I have. And show you just for entertainment. But, it's a 610, and really it's just a 400cc engine. But it says well, 610 is just the body style. This is basically one of the smaller body styles, and it does have a lift kit on it. No doors. The diamond plate floors on here, and CVT transmission. And it's like a car, you just turn the key pretty much. Four-wheel drive with locking differentials. And another upgrade is a little backup light, and this switch right here activates it, and I'll show you that light. Alright, you got the two rear lights, and then we have a backup light. The only dislike of this model pretty much is I don't like the bench seats. I think they're comfortable, but I don't like that because sometimes when I hit a curve, I feel like I'm just going to slide out of it. But the exhaust is a little low to the ground. The lift kit helps with that. Fully independent suspension. And not really noticeable, but if you get a little too much travel with this, if you hit a little bit of a bad uneven spot, these tires will scrape on the fenders a little bit, but it's not hurting much. Seat comes up, you have your gas tank and little fuel meter. Has seen better days. You check your oil, this little circle right here, you pull it out and everything's up under it. It's pretty good design. I like it. Now this is a Mule. It is not just a big, huge, maniacal, giant pile of horsepower. It's not. It's a work vehicle. It is a utility vehicle. It's not really made for ripping around through stuff. It's a good trail riding thing to me. I absolutely like it on the trails. I don't have any complaints on the trails, you know. It's just good. And if you've ever watched a Polaris ORV video, the competitive, hold on a second. they do a little bit of competitive advertising, and they said that the Mule has no, the waterproof, the storage is not waterproof on the Mule, but it is pretty good. You have a glove box right here. They did bolt down a little box in the back to act like an extra little bit of storage. I've got to move out of the way real quick. It sounds pretty great. It's not loud. That's one of the reasons it's really popular among hunters, is because of its very quiet exhaust. And it has a parking brake here. The bed does tilt. No power steering, but you really don't need it with this machine, to me. I've never been in a bad situation where I might need it. But there's actually a huge storage compartment. Players do know it. It's true that the Mule storage is not waterproof, as I already said that. But there is this huge storage bed right here. And that reminds me of a Volkswagen because of the front being storage and the engine being up under here. The engine's up under here. It's up under this back bed. It's not a big engine, it's 400 cc's, and it does a pretty good job for climbing. A lot of people have said that it absolutely sucks at climbing, and you can't take it through deep water or nothing. Well, we have with this one. I have. My granddad doesn't like to. He's a little reluctant with that, but I'll do it, and it's never messed it up, nothing. Just nothing went wrong. And this one is real tree camo. And I can't open this thing with one hand. It tends to get a little hard to pull out, and it's frozen. Yeah, it's frozen. It is a little stiff, hard to get out. But it's there and it works when you need it to. Just remember to put WD-40 on a lot of WD-40 or something on it, on that little knob, and on these little latches on this. They're in here. The latches are somewhere around there. Cup holders on both sides. And this is not the trans, so it doesn't just turn into a 4-seater. And it's got the back bed that opens up. I lost one of my latches here. I don't know. It was loose. Come on, Tramp. It's my dog Tramp. He's good for this too. It's pretty good to haul him up and down the creek. He loves to ride, don't you, buddy? A little charger in here, it needs cleaning out. We just bought this one used. And it does have a stereo in it. It's an older one, but it works. I actually like the old one because this one picks up in the woods. And since it's old, you can tune it a little bit to make it work right in the woods. Got this extra little light up here. He's got some extra little hands. He's got some extra little places to grab onto up here, and they're pretty good. Got a windshield on it. Needs cleaning once again. This thing has been cleaned a little bit. I just haven't gotten to the windshield yet. And I don't know what that is in the windshield. It might be pollen. You've got an hour meter and 654. I put about 200 hours on it. Yeah. Alright, then you have, this is a long video, sort of. The all temperature light and parking light. The guy, I don't know what he meant that we bought through. I don't know what he meant by doing this. I just don't know. Maybe to put keys on. Brake level fluid. Brake fluid level in there. That's the little thing right in there. I guess you'd have to take off a lot to get that. Or go up under, I don't know. But it's pretty good for now. And let's just get on with the ride. And I will turn the radio on. I don't know, I'm just kind of bored. There we go. It's like a car. We just replaced that starter.
Reminder, we got a big rodeo coming in about a week or so. It's actually going to be...
And never mind. I don't care. Nothing's on. Oh, screw it. Let's go. Well, he's pretty relaxed. And I actually think it's a lot easier to try to drive this with one hand. I don't feel like opening the gates, so I'll just squeeze in through the little crack in here. That's what I do with the four-wheeler, but I do it with the Mule every once in a while. There's a little stub in there, so you gotta stay kind of close to this tree. Well, there we go. And it's not the smoothest ride. Hold on, I'll put it in high gear and give it a little gas. But it's not fast, it's just not, and it'll go maybe about 30, 35. Another lie about the players of RV dissing on the Mule. They said the Mule has limited, never mind about that. That is differential lock, four-wheel drive, and it never has gave me any problems. It's not a torquey machine. It's good for towing. If you're like a farmer, you work out in the fields or hunt, it's a really good little UTV for you. And I actually have seen this. The reason the guy sold it is, once again, my problem. The little bench seats, his son fell out of it one time because of that. And it was kind of bad. So, it's also a pretty good workhorse, and I love this thing on the trails. Like I said, it's just perfect. And to tell you the truth, why does Polaris say that the transmission, like operating the transmission of the Mule, is complicated? Does this look very complicated to you? It's simply hold on to foot brake and simply put on the foot brake, and it's put on the foot brake and shift like this. Put on the brake and shift. It's that simple. Maybe it's because the people at Polaris are retarded. That would make a good reason. I mean, seriously. You'd have to be mentally retarded to not figure that out. Like I said, it's a pretty smooth ride. problem over with it, and